Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and a little notify bell next to it, and make sure you always get your new Going In Raw notifications. We are also available on the Patreon. We have a variety of reward tiers over there. $5 a month gets you 5 bonus episodes every single week, both on YouTube, and then you can also get the audio versions of them downloaded directly to your podcast app using Patreon's own RSS feed thing.
Yes.
The $20 Patreon mark, you get the Friendo Care Package.
Oh, there
Look
it
at
is.
this beautiful full-color comic book
there.
Look at it right there. And it's an all-new Steve and Larson adventure written about 4 years ago. Should probably update that at some point.
So it is a story that can only be told within the pages of a comic book. It costs an astronomical sum to try to tell that story in a major motion picture, television miniseries,
And really,
stage production.
It's a timeless story.
It really
I
is.
mean, there's the Bible and there's this, the Steve and Larson Going In Raw comic book.
Yes.
Kind of on the same
plane.
At some point,
same
I like
tier.
to think that the motels will have them all, Steve and Larson comic books, in their drawers. The front drawer there, right next to the Bible.
Correct.
You know,
Or in lieu of.
preferably in lieu of. Exactly. Oh, anyways, we got some new patrons. As patrons start fleeing, we've got some new ones.
Yeah.
The Mighty Mushi, DJ Psyops, Julian Gonzalez, Edward Economus, which is a great
That's a
name.
great name. That's a fantastic name.
What's your name, fella? Edward Economus. I can help you with
Help me with my money.
And Eric Placencia.
Thank you very much.
for
Thank you,
your
everybody.
support. Yeah, man. So
I'm a little
that's
tired today. Just
Yeah, did you get hammered on your birthday last
I didn't
night?
get hammered, but I went out with a friend of ours, grabbed a drink or two.
Nice.
It's more staying up later than I really, because I got home till like 10:30,
Uh-huh.
and I still hadn't watched NXT.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd stay up to watch NXT.
Oh, yeah.
Take the dog out. So it was about midnight before I got to bed.
Ooh, boy, that's late for
It was
you.
up at 6:30. Yeah.
Yeah, my goodness gracious. Yeah, I watched NXT probably around 8, 9, something like that. I was in bed by 9:30.
I was gonna try to watch it. That's really early. Like
I know.
Like 6 o'clock. So I go on the network and it's not on.
Yeah.
They hadn't, like, the West Coast hadn't gotten it yet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know.
I started it. Yeah, I guess I started it late. I started around 8 or so. So, but I didn't figure that it wouldn't be. I thought I could have watched it early if I wanted to.
I thought it would have been 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern to be there.
Well, none of it's going to matter anymore, Larson.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because, of course, NXT is heading to USA. Before we get into our full recap of NXT
All programming.
UK and Captain's Challenge edition.
Oh, man, that was fun.
Of 205. Triple H, of course, the dad there, Uncle Paul at NXT. He had some words about NXT on USA.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of stuff in the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Oh, really?
About NXT on UK. Seemingly, Dave Meltzer confirms, going sort of backtracking on what he had speculated on, and the entire wrestling journalism industry ran with.
Oh, the Fox Sports thing?
No, the Vince and Kevin Dunn thing.
Oh.
They will basically have nothing to do with NXT. That's what Ryan Satin had mentioned on Pro Wrestling Sheet as well. But, of course, Dave Meltzer was stoking the fears of fire earlier, saying, well, yeah, they're going to be on cable TV. They have to be involved.
Yeah.
According to Dave, now he says now he's confirmed that's not going to be the case, unless, of course, ratings are completely in the toilet. Then Vince might.
Well, I would also think the expectations in terms of ratings for NXT on USA are nowhere close to what they demand for Raw and SmackDown. But anyways.
Yeah, I would think that's the case too. But I mean, they're still going to have benchmarks, and if they don't meet those, Vince. I mean, you got to figure. We've talked about this a little bit before. I think we talked about it on Match Chat this coming Sunday too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to figure there is the possibility that NXT won't connect with a larger mainstream
Entirely
audience.
possible, yeah.
I mean, that's just a possibility. They might be so conditioned to think of wrestling as what we see on Raw and SmackDown that the larger audience isn't going to be there. If that's the case, sadly, unfortunately, they will tinker with NXT to make it more like Raw and SmackDown.
However, I would think with the success All Elite Wrestling has had being a more wrestling-focused product, they can be hopeful that at least, assuming they don't have ridiculous rating benchmarks, those can be met.
Yeah, I hope so. But anyways, Triple H talked to USA. The transcripts here, which we're about to read,
Spoke to WWE.
are from, what's that? Spoke to
WWE.
Oh, WWE.com. Sorry, what did I just say?
USA.
Oh, for some reason when I first saw this, I thought it says Triple H talks NXT to USA.
Oh, sorry, that's
I
a
figured
typo on
you
my
meant
part.
NXT
On USA.
on USA, but I thought he talked to like USA Today or something, so that all businessmen traveling around in those hotels can get their news.
USA Today, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, he talked to WWE.com, and he said this. It's been a crazy journey. I'm not going to do my Triple H voice. There's way too many words here. It's been a crazy journey, something that I don't think most people would have thought would ever happen, but this was the vision of it. From starting out with a partnership with Full Sail University and having to bring in main roster stars to have enough people to put the show on each week to, we got to the point where they didn't want to see the main roster stars anymore. We stopped calling it main roster because NXT was becoming white hot when we didn't even have a distribution home for it. We were the first live show on the WWE Network with NXT Arrival, which was the first sort of takeover we did. A year after that, we were selling out the Barclays Center for takeovers, selling out all over the globe, and now the opportunity to go on the #1 cable network, USA. I couldn't be happier or more proud. I said it in the beginning. This is going to be the fans' brand, as good as NXT is now. It's only going to get better.
More
it's going to
better.
get more, but better. I really wish he would have just said that. I couldn't use quotation marks on our thumbnail.
I know.
Because he didn't literally say
didn't
more but
literally
better, but
say more
essentially
but
what he's
better.
saying here
Yeah.
is more but better.
More but better.
This is going to expose a whole new side of NXT that people haven't been able to see. As exciting as everybody is about this moment, this is the start. This isn't the destination. He has endlessly said over the past couple of years during those conference calls that NXT is something that is not even close to being its final form.
Yes.
So obviously he still feels that there's a lot that NXT can do. Triple H, he wants to make NXT number one. I think he can do it, man.
I think so, too.
NXT is going to start outperforming Raw,
That'd be something
outperforming
else.
SmackDown. 6 million,
That
7
actually-
million,
that actually
8 million
might be
viewers
the
a
case
week.
where Vince says, no, my paw's all over this.
Do you think he would do if NXT got 4 million viewers every single week? Do you think Vince at that point would step in?
You think that he might get kind of stuck in his craw a little bit, thinking that this little operation at Full Sail is outperforming his high-priced shows. And then just think about all the credit's going to go to Triple H for this and not to Vince.
Yeah,
Vince wants credit.
I think that would cause Vince to just throw everything I know he does that now, but I don't know. I think he would just endeavor to compete using Raw and SmackDown. What was that stun look?
WWE launching podcast network.
Oh, nice. Time to cash in. Where's my phone? Hey, John Carl, time to cash in. Oh, man. That's cool.
Interesting. That's our non-news story for the day.
Time
there.
to bring back Gallows and Anderson talking shop.
Talking shop,
right?
yeah. Good brothers talking shop.
The good brothers. Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. Triple H seems happy. And it seems like he's going to remain
Head honcho
over there at NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have any other takeaways from this, man?
No, it's good.
Pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
He's just talking to WWE.com.
I know. He's not going to shoot from the hip.
Regardless of what the title of this video is. This is this is as close to a shoot as we're going to get from him these days. He's so corporate now.
He is. He's totally corporate.
Yeah. Anyways. Let's see here.
So NXT first.
Yeah, let's talk about NXT,
so
man.
the show opens up.
Well, hold on.
What?
Nutshell. What'd you think of it? Nutshell all the shows, man. NXT, nutshell.
Oh, man. Well, 205 Live is probably my favorite of the week.
I agree with that.
That match was a blast.
It was one long, giant match.
It was great. It was tons of
showcasing.
fun. Everybody seemed like they were having a blast. The competitors in the ring, commentary, everybody seemed like they were having an absolute blast. Nigel McGuinness made a sheep noise.
Man, Nigel was next level. He was next level this week. He was great. I get the feeling. I kind of get the feeling with 205 that, look, I think we would have heard by now if the talent knew something was afoot with 205. But you can't help but think, come October, either 205 is going to switch to Friday, or come September or maybe October, I don't know, they're gonna switch over to NXT. But I just get the feeling with episodes like this, it feels like looser.
Yeah,
and I don't know,
having fun, man.
Yeah, more fun.
Apparently, Rovert is saying, this is from
mysterious Twitter figure Rovert, who seems to have some insights on stuff.
Talent on 205 Live. I think the show will end next month.
Yeah, he's been hinting at that a lot.
And then Meltzer says a lot of people think 205 Live is going to disappear. Again, this is Cage Side Seat.
Oh, Meltzer said, okay, yeah. So, what was it? They said they're talking about SmackDown at 3 hours?
Yeah.
When was that?
Oh, just they're talking about keeping the actual core show 2 hours, and the third hour might be like the FS1 show or something like that.
I have a hard time believing they would do away with the cruiserweight division, though, because there's a lot of great talent there.
Yep.
And if nothing else, WWE wants to keep all their talent.
Yep.
So I have a hard time believing that cruiserweight title would be going anywhere, especially if they're putting guys like Angel Garza and Swerve and Shane Strickland, Isaiah Scott, on the show in like featured roles. Hey, let's introduce these people. To what end? I don't think the cruiserweight division is
only
going
to
anywhere.
just to get rid of the show. I know.
Yeah,
it seems odd.
Yeah.
NXT was all right, and then
what was that main event? Oh, it was Killian Dane versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
that was fun, but it's like obviously that wasn't like the end of anything. Obviously. I really liked the Keith Lee Dijak package.
Yeah, that was well done.
They actually gave that some motivation, like talking about their past. Like they gave that some solid motivation for a feud.
And then NXT UK was all right.
NXT UK. What was the main event? Oh yeah. What was that? Yeah, that was just more set up for.
It's all takeover setup.
Mark Andrews versus James Drake was a decent match.
It was a good match.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but there was no like actual. Oh yeah, there was a finish there. Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
They had to get that finish. Yeah.
Yeah. So they can get in the tag title match.
I'm with you on that though. 205 by far. I think by far.
Yeah.
That was like the best match, the best show of the week because it was just one match.
And it was just so much darn fun.
Yeah, not a lot actually happened on NXT this week, huh? On like Prime NXT. Like, they had stuff happen, but it just wasn't that much.
Yeah, didn't really feel like it advanced a bunch.
Yeah, not really. Yeah. In any event, it started out with Undisputed Era promo. So Adam Cole goes down there. Everybody goes down there. He says he's the best NXT champ. He says if there was a Mount Rushmore of NXT, it would be 4 Adam Cole faces.
Yeah.
Do you think they would all be the same expression or various Adam Cole expressions?
We'd have to have boom.
Him going like boom.
And then one Adam Cole baby face.
Yeah.
One War Games face.
And then one just his smile.
Yeah.
His charming smile.
Yeah, one smile.
All right, that sounds
full
good.
gamut of expressions from Adam Cole baby.
So he gives the mic over to Roderick Strong, and he says, we all got screwed. We should be draped in gold. The undisputed prophecy has yet to be fulfilled, but it will be.
It shall be.
Oh, yes, it will be.
And then Kyle O'Reilly gets the mic. He throws to video from TakeOver to show that the legal man was not pinned against Street Profits. He says, I rest my case.
I like Bobby Fish's explanation of it. He says, you could clearly see in my left hand the tag rope, in my right hand my best friend Kyle O'Reilly. That was funny.
That was good.
That was good. Bobby Fish was on one last night.
Yeah, man.
He was on another level last night.
And then Bobby Fish calls out William Regal, says, come out here and make this right. Regal did not appear. However, Adam Cole talks again and says, Undisputed Era is only 2 steps away from fulfilling the prophecy, and it shall happen.
Yeah.
They start to walk up the
Roderick
ramp.
Strong had also called out Velveteen Dream. He says, your dream's about to be over because you did not pin me.
Yes.
You pinned Peter Dune.
So they were walking up the ramp. They're interrupted by Jordan Miles. He has his contract. Adam Cole starts talking all sorts of trash to him. And then saying, well, you're really gonna challenge me? No. You're not going to win. And then so Jordan Miles doesn't say anything. He just hands the contract out to him. And then right as Adam Cole's about to grab it, drops it on the ramp. And it's pretty funny because Adam Cole picks it up and is like looking at the folder and starts looking through the contract, and everybody's over his shoulder and just like poo-poo and everything.
That was hilarious to me.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was good. No, I thought the contract drop was a great little moment for Jordan Miles. He looked like he was passing out pamphlets for something, though. Like some Scientology, some programming.
Yeah.
Some free programming help change your life, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was good. I like the contract drop. And yeah, Adam Cole was like trying to figure out the legalese.
What is this?
What is this?
What is this?
Where's my name in this? Is my name in here?
What is this?
So yeah.
Next, Bronson Reed press conference at the PC, I believe.
D Minor says, "Why was Jordan Miles dressed like he was in Right to Censor?" Exactly.
So he's talking about bringing Australian strong style to NXT. He's interrupted by Shane Thorne.
I liked his interview. I had never really heard him talk.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah, he felt very natural.
Yeah.
Those settings, man, that's the kind of stuff that you need to keep with NXT.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're in the middle of an interview, and then Shane Thorne comes up on him, and so it's not just Bronson Reed backstage taping up his wrists, and then Shane Thorne comes into and it's just unnatural, motivated camera work right there.
Yeah.
So Shane Thorne comes in and he talks a little bit of trash. After that, we had Mansoor, who apparently I think during one of the weeks I wasn't watching, picked up a win against somebody.
Yeah, he beat. Shoot, who did he beat? He beat somebody. Yeah.
They mentioned on commentary, I forgot who it was, but I was not watching that one.
Yeah, it was one year on vacation. It was the week I had off, so I didn't watch it. I remember seeing the results and seeing that he.
Cal have anything to say about Mansoor? Did he ever meet the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Well, not in NXT, but wrestling around here.
Oh, because he's NorCal. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd known him pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Did he have any insight on that? Or?
I just say he's a really good wrestler.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, he took on Damian Priest. So you knew there was going to be an L for Mansoor.
Yeah, there's going to be. When they just called Damian Priest a vampire already. It's all there, man.
He wants to live forever.
Yeah.
He stalks at night.
Uh-huh.
I don't know I've never seen a vampire, to be honest with you, who's an archer as well. I'm sure they're out there.
I mean, I'm sure vampires have hobbies, right?
Yeah. I don't know, tell you, man.
No.
Yeah. I mean, he does need, at some point, he should come with like blood.
Yeah.
Or some fake, like super fake Halloween
cape.
Yeah. You just want him to be like Count Chocula.
Uh-huh.
That'd be good. He comes to the ring and some Count Chocula.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Or he comes to the ring and he says, "Okay, everybody, how many hands does it take to pin a person? 1, 2, 3, 3 hands."
Yeah.
Because he's the... What was the name of Sesame Street? The Count?
He was the Count.
It was just the Count?
The Count, yeah.
And he would count.
The Count, yes.
That's how kids learn numbers.
Yeah. Counting
Anyways.
and such. Anyways, yeah, so Bronson Reed versus... Oh, Shane Thorne, that was happening later. Mansoor versus Damian Priest. Fun enough match.
Oh, yeah. Mansoor beat Sean Maluda. Thank you, Nicole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damian Priest picked up the win with Crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting better with that finish. He's getting more snap on it.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on who he's hitting it with.
Totally.
Though. Like Mansoor just sold it really well too. But yeah, I like Damian Priest. I get the feeling sometimes when he does stuff like when he took a topple over the top rope and his legs basically go all the way up in the air and he comes back down. I just feel like his knees are going to literally explode.
Yeah.
Or
you expect a massive buckling of knees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, totally.
So I always get the feeling he needs to really be careful with that stuff.
Yeah. Next, Mia Yim versus Vanessa Bourne. It's like most of these undercard matches, you know exactly who's going to win before the match even starts. And sure enough, Mia Yim wins pretty quickly with Protect Your Neck. After the match, though, Shayna Baszler comes out and says, "You gave me my toughest battle yet," and then essentially invites her to join herself, Marina Shafir, and Jessamine Duke.
Yeah, man. They want her to be the
fifth,
I guess.
horsewoman.
Yeah. Although it's not like Ronda's really around, so she could be like the, like technically there were 4 Stooges, but they call them the 3 Stooges because there was only ever really 3
on the show at once. Yes.
Although I think at some point didn't they have all 4 together?
I am not a 3 Stooges.
Those guys
expert.
got screwed by
Yeah,
Columbia,
I know.
dude, big time. All the money that they didn't know they were making all that cash. Anyways,
That's lame.
WS loved the Count Chocula reference. He said, "I will give you $20. How many dollars? 1, 2, 3."
And then Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke are kind of surrounding the ring. Mia declines the invitation.
Okay, hold on a second.
What?
Now, people are disputing my claim that there are 4 Stooges. I understand that several people played the bald guy.
There's 4 characters, though.
But there were 4 characters.
Yeah.
Those bald guys all played the same character.
Yeah, they're all curly.
Although there was one episode, so like the earliest Curly, he had like health problems. So he had to bow out pretty early.
Interesting.
And there was an episode when there was his replacement Curly and him in the same episode.
Oh, wow.
He just didn't play Curly.
It was like the Spider-Man meme.
Right. So yeah. No, there were a lot of Stooges though. I think there's even more than say. They had that movie a couple years back. They're all technically Stooges too.
Yeah. So Mia declines the invitation. She goes and takes out Jessamine Duke, Marina Shafir, but then Shayna comes down the ring. They all lay her out.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting more of this feud.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Next, Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic video package. That was really well done. Dijak wasn't being over the top with his intensity.
No, this was the best Dijak I've seen. You're absolutely right. He wasn't like... he has a naturally silly, cartoonish brow.
Yeah.
He's got a David Putty thing going.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Me and Keith Lee, we know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
Before I got here to NXT, we fought.
Yeah, I tore my meniscus. It's bogus, man.
It's bogus, man. But who's got the 8 ball? When we meet in the ring, I'm gonna be like the devil.
Yeah. So it's cool. They're really hyping up this feud and relying on their previous history to do so.
Yeah, I love that. They used tons of footage. They brought Keith Lee brought up, I've been grinding for 10 years, and David Putty said, yeah, I've been at 5 years, but
I've been here for a while too.
But when we fought, I elevated him. What's he been doing for 10 years? That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing. He hasn't been doing anything.
Nothing.
It's pretty good. And there's a lot of
now that's all I'm gonna see when I see him, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
He's been ruined again.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this is the best Dijak, and then within moments, he's just David Putty.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, Keith Lee, you want to make out? Then we get Arby's. Feels like an Arby's night.
High five.
High five. God dang it, man. Hey, this is Donovan Dijak. Who's next?
Anyways.
You know what's next, Larson?
What?
A word from the sponsor of today's show, Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is a premium men's essentials brand that believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and a simple shopping experience.
Mack Weldon's underwear, socks, shirts, shorts, hoodies, and sweatpants will be the most comfortable you will ever wear, and they have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial. You know what that means?
No.
They eliminate odor.
Oh, that's awesome, because I'm quite odorous. See, Mack Weldon wants you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it, and they'll still offer you a refund, no questions asked.
And I've been wearing Mack Weldon's Pima shirt a lot. It's got the comfort I want when lounging around the house, the style I got to have when I wear it to work, and the performance I need to wear it to the gym. I've done all those things in one shirt, and it's been great.
I got me some Mack Weldon stuff, too. The underwear I got are super comfy, and the entire ordering process was easy, and everything was shipped directly to my door. And right now, friendos can get 20% off their first order by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code GOINGINRAW. That's all one word.
Again, that's 20% off your first order by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code GOINGINRAW. That's all one word. Thank you to Mack Weldon for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to MackWeldon.com and using promo code Going In Raw. Again, all one word.
All right, Larson. After that, we had Bronson Reed versus Shane Thorne, because earlier Shane Thorne had rolled up to him in the Performance Center.
Yeah.
And then that led to a match.
I'm pretty sure that Jonah Rock was a member of the Mighty Don't Kneel in Australia. So these guys have history. They kind of alluded to in their little Performance Center bit.
Oh.
I think that's the case.
That's cool. I wish they had made that more obvious, because I wasn't paying enough attention, apparently.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to David Putty, but not this, apparently.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. In any event, this is a really fun match. This to me was a better sort of display of what Bronson Reed is capable of than the breakout tournament.
Totally.
I mean, I'll be honest with Dexter Lumis.
I was kind of underwhelmed by a lot of the breakout tournament matches.
Felt like everybody's holding back.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And then that didn't feel like the case here with Jonah.
Yeah.
And it felt like he was like, all right, I'm free to do what I really want to do. Mm-hmm. And this was a lot of fun. I'm happy Shane Thorne is getting some wins because he's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's terrific. I do kind of wonder what it would need, because here's the thing about Shane Thorne. Sometimes I think when you look, I'll give you an extreme example of this. The Ringmaster. When you watch Stone Cold as the Ringmaster, when I do anyways, I don't really see it. It's the same guy, but then he changes his hair. He gets a goatee. He loses DiBiase. He wears black trunks. And his attitude shifts a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He turns it on a bit more. Sometimes Shane Thorne seemingly has everything. I just don't know what the little thing needs to be to really, for him to chew on, for us to get it.
Nick Kyle says his theme music is bad. Maybe he just needs better theme music.
I mean, that always helps for sure.
Sometimes
helps.
you get the right theme and then unlock something to the character you didn't know was there, didn't think about before. You've seen that before.
The packaging can change, and it's just finding the right formula.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you make of the CFO $sign stuff?
Oh, leaving?
Well, maybe. Then, like their distributor, their publishing company, when NXT on USA was announced, they tweeted out, "Ooh, can't wait to hear more from CFO $sign." So you would think their publishing platform would be in the know on if they were still with the company or not.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Wrestle Talk had that yesterday. So interesting stuff.
That is interesting stuff.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what he needs. Like, he was so good in a tag team.
But I mean, you're right. He's got everything. He's a great wrestler. He's a good talker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, maybe
he has charisma.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I've said this a million times. Sometimes it takes like one killer match against the right opponent, and you see it. I just think that he's got all the tools. It's a matter of
Putting it together.
What is it
Well,
gonna
he's
be?
been in a tag team for a long time too.
Might be a while for a transition.
See how he, as you said, transitions to being a singles wrestler and then developing a character as a standalone entity as opposed to part of a group.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I like the idea that he's upset that he didn't get a spot in the Breakout Star tournament, so he's going after everybody else that was.
Yeah, I think that's a good first story to tell. Yeah, for sure. And then who would be the guy? Let's say that like this Bronson Reed. Let's say this is it because this was a decisive win.
Yeah.
For Shane Thorne. Who's his next target? What's his ultimate
Gotta be
target?
Dexter Lumis, right?
Ooh, that's scary. That's scary.
Well, I guess I'll backtrack and say I would think that he would start from the finals or quarterfinals and then work his way back. The people who had more success in the tournament versus someone who was eliminated in the first round.
I like the idea though of Jordan Miles being the last guy.
Yeah.
I think that could be cool. He works his way up. Maybe gets through. I mean, I wouldn't want him to mess with Cameron. Cameron Grimes is way too charismatic. He needs to like sort of do something else because he'll overshadow Shane Thorne. But if I didn't see the match with what is his name, Boa?
Yeah.
I didn't see his match. No, you weren't.
It was
like,
all
into
right.
It? Yeah,
but it wasn't. Like I said, a lot of the Breakout Star tournament matches, I would just kind of it's all right.
But like if he had a little feud with him, maybe. Some guys who are baby faces, obviously, is what you want to go after. You all right there, pal?
Yeah.
Got
some dry nose issues.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. So I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, he starts picking off these breakout guys, and then gets to Jordan Miles. I could see those because their personality, what Shane Thorne is doing right now, and what Jordan Miles is, seems so like perfectly matched in terms of a feud.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be a thing.
Could be. And then Shane, he picked up the win with the Shining Wizard. After that, Velveteen Dream gets rolled out to the stage on his couch, and gosh, what did he say? It was creeping up on 11:15 last night.
He used the really kind of a lame.
He used the MasterCard commercial thing.
Like, what is this, 2005?
Yeah, priceless.
He said, pin Pete Dunne in a North American title match. That was priceless. Oh, he uses merch. He was like, Velveteen Dream shirt, $30. Velveteen Dream sunglasses, only $10?
Yeah.
Those have got to be some cheap plastic sunglasses.
Pinning Peter Dune, priceless.
Retaining the North American Championship. And then he said, Roderick Strong, challenge accepted. You can have your North American title shot, I think he mentioned. He says, if you want to mess with he said he likes to be on top of men because that's the best place to be, on top because that's where the spotlight is. Doesn't matter if it's Roderick Strong or anybody else in the men's locker room. He wants to be on top of them all. So, yeah, that's good. It's a very clever sexual innuendo there because that obviously means, yeah.
And then finally our main event, Killian Dane versus Matt Riddle grudge match.
Yeah, man, this was great because Killian Dane comes out. He's got his street gear on, which apparently he's just wrestling in now.
Well, he's got a tank top and jeans and boots.
Yeah, and then Matt Riddle's music kicks in, which is endlessly entertaining. And he's like waiting. He's looking at the ramp, waiting for Matt Riddle to come out, and do the thing. But no,
comes from behind and attacks.
Came from behind and he attacked.
Attacked him. This match was physical, as you would expect from such a grudge match.
Yeah.
They were brawling all around the ringside area, in the ring, lots of strikes. And surprisingly, somewhat, maybe not, Killian Dane picked up the win. It took a lot, though. Pretty much 4 Vader bombs, including one off the apron.
And they're also selling Matt Riddle's rib. He had like giant rib Band-Aids on.
He had the rock tape.
Yeah.
The kinesio tape, as opposed to like the ace bandage around the
he didn't have DDP rib tape because he's definitely not an FBOS.
No.
But I do appreciate the rock tape he had on. It was in the style of giant Band-Aids.
Yeah, it was like, I guess you'd call it nude colored.
Caucasian nude colored.
Yeah, so it was under, I think it was like where his mushroom tattoo is.
He had
like 2 or 3 pieces
like
of tape.
2 of those on.
Yeah.
Kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, but at first they said he was nursing bad ribs. And I was like, well, where's the rib tape?
Yeah.
Where's DDP rib tape?
Yeah.
But it wasn't there. It was up here. Or it actually probably, well, I mean, I don't think rib tape does anything anyways.
Yeah.
If you got bad ribs, no tape's going to keep that from hurting.
Right. Yeah.
Have you ever had bruised ribs before?
No, man.
Sucks.
No, I protect my ribs. Got to protect your ribs.
Sucks.
If you're in a street fight.
Well, it wasn't that. We played basketball. We were in the basketball league.
Yeah, man.
And I was trying to take a charge, and someone drove their shoulder into my ribs.
Ouch.
That's the worst thing is sneezing with bad ribs.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
Yeah. Wow.
Or coughing, but sneezing more so. No fun.
I would imagine not, man. Oh, my goodness. Dropping frames here.
Oh, dear.
That's okay. We'll be back.
Oh, dear.
So, yeah. It did take, like you said, though, it took a lot. They went to the outside. Killian Dane, there was one nasty spot where I think it was supposed to be a back body drop onto the stairs.
Yeah.
And Matt Riddle, instead of like doing a full flip, he sort of went front ways. It was fine, though. Like, it didn't look too scary. It just looked kind of awkward.
Yeah.
He landed on the steps. And then I think Killian Dane, I don't know. He was doing a bunch of stuff to Matt Riddle. He was really working over those ribs.
Yeah.
And it took 4 Vader bombs. And then he finally got the pin on him. And then it didn't finish, though. Like, Dane went to the back, and then Matt Riddle chased him back there.
Yeah.
They went, the episode,
went off the air.
Black.
Yeah.
But then I think on the .com or on Twitter, it continued on backstage.
Yeah.
They were just ripping into each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. After that, we had NXT UK, which, of course, is still building to Cardiff takeover.
Yeah, August 31st.
Yeah, August 31st.
Same day as All Out.
So yeah, we just had more build for that. Of course, that tag match, they're trying to get into that one. The little dudes.
Webster
the grandma
and Mark Andrews. Yes.
Airplane guy.
Yeah, they're trying to get into that tag or in their spot.
So we got some of that.
We did.
But it kicked off with this is actually a pretty fun match.
Yeah.
Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel, of course, from Imperium. From the Imperium, they took on The Hunt, which was Wild Boar and
Primate.
Thank you. Yeah, Primate.
Yeah, it was a fun match.
Yeah, because it's a distinctly different group. Like Imperium are very,
they're very formal, rigid.
They have matching tracksuits and they're rigid. Yeah,
ring sacred, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and then Wild Boar and Primate just bark at each other,
and they're like peeing all over the ring.
Yeah,
they're kind of gross.
Mid-match dumps.
Exactly. Yeah, and so no, but it was a fun match and it was a very physical match, and it was cool. The Hunt put up a good fight. However, Fabian Eichner got the pin on Wild Boar
after the powerbomb top rope European uppercut combo.
Yeah.
Next, Sid Scala announced a match for Takeover Cardiff. Noam Dar versus Travis Banks.
Mm-hmm.
They both get their wish, a match at TakeOver.
Was Johnny Saint actually in this episode?
No, not. I think he was like in a flashback to something else.
I think they're simply like phasing him out.
Yes.
Like completely.
Yeah.
And at some, I wonder if they're going to keep up with the Sid Scala being
The assistant.
Yeah. And then we'll never see Johnny Saint.
Maybe.
He'll always reference him.
He'll just on occasion stand next to Sid while Sid does all the talking.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Next, Radzi standing outside of Imperium's locker room, trying to get a word with them. They go in their locker room. You hear a ruckus, a commotion. A brawl has broken out.
Yeah.
It spills out into the hallway. Cameraman's knocked over. They lose the feed for a bit. Feed comes back up, and you see Marcel Bartel hit the floor, and someone walk by with the socks and tennis shoes on. Socks with flames on them, right?
There was very distinctive socks. They were white with, red flames on them. So it was like, oh, who's that?
We find out later.
We do, yes.
We do find out later.
Yeah, confirmed.
Yes.
So then after that, we had Kaylee Ray versus Shaquille. No, it's somebody named Shax, though.
Shax.
Yeah, Shax. Local competitor Shax.
Yeah, this was
from Sheffield.
Oh, okay.
From Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Yeah. I don't know where they were filming.
Plymouth? This is still the taping from Plymouth?
Is it Plymouth?
Okay. I think. It wasn't quite a squash match, though it wasn't that competitive. Shaq's got some offense in.
Yeah.
But Kaylee Ray won with her finisher, like the gory bomb. Afterwards, she grabs the mic, drops a promo, starts talking all sorts of trash about Toni Storm.
Mm-hmm.
That brings out Toni Storm. Kaylee Ray then continues to talk even more trash, saying essentially, there's a reason you don't have any friends anymore. It's because of you. Maybe you're the constant in all these relationships falling apart. So maybe you're the problem, Toni Storm.
Yeah, but she went even further than that.
Yeah.
She said, your daddy abandoned you because you're crap.
Wow.
And Toni Storm
slaps her.
Had none of that. She slapped her because she was getting super cry face.
Yeah.
So she did something about it. She slapped her, and then Kaylee Ray took off. So that should be a fun match.
Yeah.
I don't see Kaylee Ray winning that, though.
No, not at all. Next, a Dave Mastiff, Joe Coffey video package. They have a match at Cardiff.
I'm trying to remember. They've only done one. Yeah, they've only done one of those takeovers.
Yeah.
And in that,
Joe Coffey faced Peter Dune.
UK title didn't change hands. The women's title, was that crowned? No.
That's when Toni Storm beat Rhea Ripley for it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that title changed hands.
I believe so.
Maybe the tag titles will change hands here, but I kind of don't see that.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked.
I don't think any title. I mean, it doesn't see none of the titles. I mean, I guess the women's title is like the most likely maybe to get to change hands.
I'd be really surprised, though.
I would be surprised, too.
After that video package, you get a Jordan Devlin interview, so we know we're in for some fun.
What did he say? He said, yeah, no, because Radzi's like, oh, yeah, Cardiff's coming up. You're on the card. He's like, oh, yeah, Cardiff. He's like, it's a really stacked card, isn't it? No, it's not.
Because I'm not on it.
Because I'm not on it. It was awesome.
Amazing. So Kenny Williams comes in and interrupts him, talking about how he's lucky and I guess they're going to have a match or something. Well, they can give Jordan Devlin that championship. Camera pans over and you see Walter and Alexander Wolf arguing. Walter is upset. He wants to know who the culprit is for this attack backstage.
Yeah, of course, Radzi, being the good journalist he is, he goes up to Walter and he doesn't even put the microphone that close to him.
No, because they're screaming at each other in German.
Yeah, and Walter turns and God, what did he say?
Well, he said a couple things. He says, "Don't get that microphone out of my face."
Yeah, well, he was like, Tyler Bate, listen to me, Tyler Bate. If you want to meet me on the ring, you will do it now. I'm a man of my word. I will do it. Get that microphone in my face. Don't ever put that microphone in my face. What's your name? Chops him. No, he didn't chop him. Radzi runs away, terrified. Yeah. I would too.
Yeah, Walter's pretty scary.
Yeah. After that, we had Mark Andrews accompanied to the ring by his grandma.
No, that was Flash Morgan Webster.
What? Flash Morgan Webster's his grandma?
Why doesn't Flash Morgan Webster wear the mod stuff all the time?
Not living the gimmick, man.
No.
How am I supposed to buy into the mod father if he comes to the ring wearing their shared tag team
Their starter jacket.
Their starter jacket with the artwork on the back, which I firmly believe there are not two of these things. There is only one of them.
That could be.
And they trade off.
That could be.
We'll find out at TakeOver if they've invested in a second
maybe they're
one.
getting the other one made. I know. Like, if you're mod father, then you're mod father. You're mod father for life.
Yeah.
You know? I guess I should have got the hint when he had the jacket, the mod jacket, but it had mod will tear us apart on the back or something.
It's a Joy Division reference.
Yeah,
it's a Joy Division, not mod.
Not mod.
No.
So either be mod father all the time or don't be mod father at all.
Yeah, man. I like him. I think he wrestles really well, though.
Oh yeah,
I'm a fan of his.
He's a perfectly fine wrestler, but the gimmick thing, either be dedicated or don't do it.
Yeah.
Be dedicated or don't do it.
I agree. He could have been my friend too. He's tried to start a conversation with me once.
I know. You could have been buddy with Flash Morgan Webster.
He could have been our insider for
man.
UK. He could have seen he saw my Pete Dunne shirt at a PWG show. For those of you who don't know the story, and he just looked at it while I was in line for like a water or a beer or something, and he said, "Bruiserweight."
Yeah,
and I kind of knew who he was.
Yeah,
but I was like, I just sort of, yeah, he's great, because I'm an awkward person. Yeah, he's great. Idiot.
Yeah, you should. That could have been good for us.
I know, man.
You blew it.
I should have been like, "Shut up, Grandma."
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have worked.
That'd have been rude.
Yeah, it would have horribly
been so
rude.
rude. I hope he doesn't watch this show. I really enjoy him as a wrestler. I do. You just know us. We like to make fun. Making fun is awesome. Makes me laugh. And yes, I'm totally aware that we had stream issues earlier. I apologize. People hit refresh. Look, this isn't just for the 309 viewers that we have right now. This goes out to like 8,000 people usually every week.
Yeah.
More in the audio side.
Yeah.
So we're not going to stop everything and start talking about the stream if it starts having issues.
Kind of just did, though.
Well, that was my one time I'm doing it. Now I'm moving on.
Carry on. Yes, this is a fun enough match between Mark Andrews and James Drake.
Yeah, this was fun.
Towards the end, Gallus comes out. I guess they want to keep Mark Andrews from winning so they get the title shot.
Yeah, right.
However, that didn't work.
No,
Mark Andrews hits a Stun Dog Millionaire on James Drake.
Yes, he did.
Reverse suplex. He picks up the win. So Andrews and Webster are getting that tag title shot, not Gallus. Gallus probably thinks that finish is not Gallus.
Yeah. I like this. Cody Miles here in chat has it perfect. He says, anyone ever feel that Steve has 3 total stories? I met Flash. I met The Miz. Wait, The Miz? Oh, that was at the Hooters. I didn't actually meet him.
And I met Jeff Hardy.
And the other ones I met Jeff Hardy. I met Undisputed Era. I mean, that was the same day I met a ton of wrestlers.
Yeah.
So that's not really a story. But then the other one is, yes, I met Jeff Hardy. Those are my only 3 stories.
Yeah.
Well, what are your stories? I met Eddie Guerrero. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Our shared story, a single shared story, though, is we saw Supreme melt his arm off.
Yeah. That was not fun.
Oh, man.
Then finally, we're supposed to have this bit where, Walter and Tyler Bates supposed to have a face-to-face. Instead, Trent Seven comes through the crowd. He gets in the ring. Walter comes down to the ramp, starts walking. Alexander Wolf follows, but then Tyler Bate, he's the man with the socks with the flames on him.
Yeah.
He takes a chair to Alexander Wolf, beats him down.
Mm-hmm.
He makes his way down the ring while Walter is laying into Trent Seven. He beats down Walter with the chair. Eventually, though, Walter, he's on his back. He kicks the chair out of Tyler Bates' hands. He tries to get the upper hand. Can't. And then Tyler Bate drops Walter with a Tyler Driver 97 and holds the title over him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last image of the episode. Tyler Bates totally losing that match.
I really, really just hope Mustache Mountain goes to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I care about. That's what I want to see. I mean, I think it'd be a step back for them to then try to challenge again for the tag titles against Gibson and Drake. They need to move on so that they have that cool, like, hey, we're in NXT and Pete Dunne's in NXT, so when we need to do stuff, maybe they'll get to do a War Games thing. I don't know, but that's what I want to see. That would be cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then, of course, 205 Live kicked off with, exclusively featured Captain's Challenge.
Yes. The show kicked off, though, with a couple promos from the Captain's Challenge. First, Drew, talking about the people, why he chose the people on his team. Special mention for Tony Nese, because it was a bit of a surprise to see him on Team Drew. Considering last we saw Tony, he was still a babyface.
Yeah.
Also got a promo from Oni Lorcan. Sadly, I don't believe he's mentioned about anything about sleeping under a bench.
There was some video of that, though, on Twitter.
Yes,
though.
I've seen that, too.
That's
yes,
awesome.
It's pretty funny. So everybody comes down. The brawl to start before the bell even rings. Faces clear the ring, and then everybody grabs an umbrella, and they all do Jack Gallagher's umbrella spot off each turnbuckle.
This match was really just all about having fun.
It was.
It kind of felt like they're closing down shop because there are no like
senioritis.
Yeah, like everybody's having fun. They're cutting class. Nobody is involved in like major feuds or anything. Like the Canellis stuff is completely like dropped. Everything has basically just been dropped. There was no Drake Maverick, although he was mentioned this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see where that goes.
So the rest kind of control the chaos a bit. Match starts first as Larkin and Drew in. Eventually, the cousins, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, they're in the ring. Garza says, "Hold on, rip, goodbye, tearaway pants."
This was fun. They were really playing up the fact that they were cousins, both in the ring, and then commentary also were.
Because later on, they were both in again, and Angel extends his hand and says, "Shake my hand.
We're cousins. Come on, we're cousins.
We're cousins."
We're
of course,
cousins.
he sucker punches him.
And then, of course, there was also a side argument between Nigel and Aiden over who the best-looking man was, Humberto or
what team are you on there?
Angel Garza. I think it's Humberto. You can't see Angel and not see Colin Farrell.
Oh, no, I'm Team Angel, 100%.
You just like the tearaway pants.
That's part of it.
Yeah, he could be a total, a butterface. To use a term that's popular in the vernacular right now. I guess
popular.
It's not. It's terrible.
It is.
I'm a hypocrite. But yeah, no, he could totally be like Ugmo up top. He could look like this guy.
Well,
Steve.
I mean, I'd still find the tearaway pants thing charming.
Yeah.
But he is a dashing man.
He's a dashing man, but Humberto is next level. Oh, absolutely. He's got the dimples and everything, man, going. If I could look like one of them, it'd be Humberto.
They're both handsome men. This spot cracked me up. I don't know why. So Akira Tozawa's on the apron. He's fighting Drew, kind of sends him off on the floor, and then he super kicks. I can't remember who it was. One member of Team Gulak, and it was like dominoes falling at each other. They all kind of ran into each other into the ring post. There's little stuff like that made me feel like everybody was actually legitimately having a good time.
Yeah, there was also another bit where I don't know if there's so many notes here. I don't know but it was just, and I don't know if you were looking down or what, but I giggled so hard because Jack Gallagher, somebody was on the outside. Gallagher threw them to the outside, and he was going to do like a high-risk maneuver.
Yeah.
And he ran to the ropes, and Daivari opened the ropes, and Jack Gallagher went flying out. And Daivari's reaction to that was so funny.
Yeah.
Like the whole, I didn't do anything. It was such a comical bit. It was great. There was all sorts of that stuff.
And
it was really fun.
Angel Garza was adding so much personality to this match.
He was.
Even
absolutely.
just, like at one point, he's has his back to the action, like talking crap to the crowd, and he's supposed to tag in. He turns around and is like, oh.
Yeah.
Tag in.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. So anyways, Tozawa followed that super kick onto Team Gulak with somersault senton off the apron onto Drew. Canellis gets in. He pushes Akira into Jack Gallagher, knocks Gallagher off the apron, which allows him, there's a bit of a distraction, allows Mike to hit Crossroads to get the pin on Akira. And then Gallagher is in next. He hits Mike with a headbutt, pins him. Tony Nese is in next for Team Drew. He hits Gallagher with a sunset driver to get the pin. This all happens pretty quickly. Some more actions taking place in the ring, but we go backstage and we see Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, and Akira Tozawa arguing. Kendrick's insistent that Akira knocking into Jack was not on purpose, but Jack is thinking it is based on what happened last week. Oh, what was Kendrick's line that made me laugh? It was.
Oh God, what was it? I remember. It was too specific to remember. Man.
Yeah,
it was a very specific word that he said.
And his particular kind of cadence just made it all the funnier.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a fun little bit. Everybody's just having a good time. Oni tags himself in while Shane Strickland's in. Isaiah Scott's in. Oni tags himself in right as about Tony Nese is going to go for a running Nese on Swerve. Oni goes for a half and half.
Swerve was getting, that crowd was into this. Swerve was getting a great reaction.
Some Swerve chants. Oni goes for a half and half. Tony escapes. There's a bit more back and forth. Eventually, Oni hits a half and half suplex to pin Tony Nese. Drew's in. They really have, in their 2 encounters, played up the story between Swerve and Drew, that Drew was one of his trainers early in his career. Though Drew pinned Swerve after a Cyclone crash. While action's going on, we go backstage to Lucha House Party. Kalisto saying that Daivari was the one responsible for attacking Grand Metalik a couple weeks back. So they want a match with him.
And then Nigel says, "What is this? The Spanish Inquisition?" What did he say? He said,
"We called Carrillo
Angel Garza's the black sheep of the family, but Umberto is the baby lamb."
It was great.
And Hayden English broke. He said, "Yeah."
I know. I feel like
he was going to follow up with something. He just started laughing.
I know. I feel like you can see the commentators in the background. You see Vic kind of like doing this, cutting his mic probably.
He's the baby lamb.
Gosh, that was so good. So after that, Oni gets tagged back in because it's just him and Carrillo at this point. He clears the ring. He sends Drew over the announce table. He's fending off Drew, Angel, and Daivari. And then Drew gets a chair, destroys Oni with it, gets DQ'd.
Yeah.
So it's down to Oni and Humberto, Angel Garza, and Daivari. Oni's in the ring. He reverses a hammerlock lariat into a roll-up. He pins Daivari. Carrillo's in. It's interesting that Humberto Carrillo is the one who actually wins the match for the team.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're going to get some sort of dispute over who's the next challenger for Drew,
Right.
either Oni or Humberto Carrillo. Carrillo hits his finish on Angel Garza to
That'd
get the
be
win.
that'd be such a fun triple threat match
I know.
because there's 3 such distinct styles.
I know.
You got the lucha stuff, you got the submission stuff, and you got the striker stuff with Oni Lorcan.
Yep.
Boy, that'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's answer some questions. We got some super chats here.
Yeah.
Epico chimes in with a Streamlab donation.
Oh,
He
thank
says,
you.
My daily $20 donation. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Epico.
so much.
What a wonderful supporter there. W.S. Fletcher, of course, he had already mentioned the Count Chocula reference. Rich Hardesty is the Dijakovic impression. Just Patrick Warburton. Yeah, man.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Feels like an Arby's night. Me and Keith Lee were going to go down, get a meat mountain.
Fan of the barbecue.
You know, back in the day, they had 5 for $5. I used to get 10 for 10.
Can't do that anymore.
Can't do that anymore. Getting old.
I'll go to Patreon here. Alex Foster, can 205 go to Fox Sports 1 instead of getting canned? It's going to sound cheesy, but 205 Live kind of has a special place in my heart for personal reasons. I don't want to see 205 Live go. It's consistently the best pure wrestling show WWE has to offer.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So if they were to cancel that as a program, hopefully the vast majority of the talents would go to NXT, still be given the same platform and opportunity to put on amazing matches.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
Yeah. No, I agree with that totally. Alex C. Should Garza incorporate more tearaway gear into his attire?
Now pants is the perfect amount.
The only thing that I wouldn't mind seeing is if he did the pants and then he did the chonies, but there's a slightly smaller, like golden chonies underneath his trunks.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
That'd be good.
Well, he could do pants and then do like Cesaro tights.
Yeah, right.
That
Yeah.
go like to the top of the thigh.
Yeah.
Or rip those off, and then you get the brief style tights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. James Fletcher, who will be Ciampa's first feud on his return, and how will it play out? He's going right for that title, man.
Arma Arcana says, did Jordan Miles think the contract was for the lead role in the Book of Mormon musical? Oh, man.
Goodness.
Would you like some free programming change your life, sir? Free programming change your life?
Would you like a free personality test?
Would you like a free personality test?
Daddy Fat Stacks. Wow, thanks for spoiling the NXT title change for me on the Raw review about the latest tapings, and then proceeded to directly tell us who got. We didn't say who got the titles, did we?
Yeah, we kind of did.
Oh, well, oops.
Because we kind of did.
And Blake Whitehouse says in their defense, WB also spoiled it.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's us. That's us. We did it bad. We totally didn't think about it. Look, it's not going to matter in about a month or 2 months.
Next week?
No, next
week. Yes, next week. The tag title match is
I'm
next week.
saying that issue in general, a month from now is not going to be an issue because NXT is going to be live.
Oh, yeah.
So the
Gotcha.
spoiler aspect of things, our apologies. Yes, we did spoil that, so apologies. Although I know WWE did, but you have to actually click through some stuff to look at WWE stuff.
Blake Whitehouse says, so is it good or bad that I prefer 205 Live to NXT? It's not bad. It's a good thing.
Let's see here. But who would you most want to have an in-character podcast? An in-character podcast.
Well, that'd be Adam Cole, right? It'd be in the Undisputed Era. How much fun would that be?
Kind of feel like they're not that different from what they are in real life. So I'm going to go with something extreme. A podcast with both The Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse Bray.
This is what I want a vampire podcast with Damian Priest, and this one to ask him, are you a vampire, yes or no?
I would want Keith Lee, Donovan Dijakovic podcast.
There you go. Just talking about their history of matches against one another.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? This is the Lee and D podcast.
Lee and D.
D and Lee.
Perry Swift, the Survivor Series 205 match showed just how much talent is there. Who in that match has the highest ceiling outside of 205 Live? You say Drew, correct?
Who in that match has the highest ceiling outside 205? The highest ceiling? Dude, I was telling you this during the match. I kind of feel like Drew is would be my top answer. I kind of feel like Isaiah Scott, if he bulked up a little bit up top, put on a little bit of muscle, I think that he would have a huge ceiling.
No,
I think his ceiling's already pretty high.
It is pretty high.
I think that if he bulked up, because he is pretty thin up top.
It would depend on how much he could bulk up while retaining his quickness, his agility, his speed.
Yeah, or adapt his style.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had, so I know he's a much taller dude than Finn Balor, because Swerve I think is like 6'1" or something.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I think.
So he's got a couple inches on Finn.
If he just had some definition up top.
Yeah, but
kind of doesn't have right now.
I'll say, yeah, Swerve or I think Angel Garza's sky's the limit for that guy. He's got all the personality in the world. Tons of charisma. He's got tearaway pants. He's a good wrestler.
He's really young, too. He's really young. So, he can go.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have a lot of time, for sure. Yeah, I mean, to be this young and, because how old is he?
Angel Garza?
Yeah.
Garza Jr.
Garza Jr. Yeah, he's 26.
Yeah.
Just imagine where he's going to be at 31.
Man.
In
his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be something else.
He's already so good at so many aspects of the game. The one thing that stood out for me the most was his interaction with the crowd. Was all the little things. Mm-hmm. Everything that when he's not involved in the action, he stays himself involved. Yeah, he keeps himself involved in the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Greg Morris with NXT soon to be on broadcast TV. Power rank the matches you want to see at any Survivor Series. Gargano with Daniel Bryan. New Day versus Bobby Fish, Strong, Kyle O'Reilly. Shayna or Charlotte. Riddle Rollins. Dijakovic and Braun. I mean, you gotta have
Dijak and Braun. That's an interesting one.
You gotta have Gargano and Daniel Bryan number one on that. That'd be spectacular.
It's either that or it's New Day versus Undisputed Era. It's one of those two.
Riddle and Rollins would be good. Although I guess I'd prefer Riddle versus Brock. Riddle versus Goldberg.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd be in Shayna versus Charlotte. I want to see Shayna versus Becky. I think that could be a killer. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Thomas with NXT going live. Should this year's I say yes. Should this year's Dusty Classic feature Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and NXT UK? Absolutely.
That'd be cool.
100%.
Yeah.
Kings of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Wolfpack for Life. Who is someone that people think should go to All Elite but wouldn't do as well there as they think they would? He says Rusev. He says I can't see him being a huge name or world champion anywhere.
So here's the thing about Rusev. He's not on TV. He is nowhere to be found. I don't know that they can make him legitimately like a world champion. I don't see him as like a legit world champion type. Mm-hmm. But he could be a solid, he could be a solid mid-card guy. He could be on TV. Mm-hmm. I think he brings a lot to the table. But yeah, I would say Rusev's not a bad one. Any other ideas on that?
Also, I'd like Dolph to leave WWE. He's not necessarily world champion material anywhere else.
Yeah, I feel like Dolph would be doing the exact same thing in AEW as he's doing in WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or other people that are like, yeah, I don't know. I want to be really careful with that kind of stuff, you know? It's like bringing over people that, like, I don't know.
This could be interesting to see how Sean Spears fares.
I know.
In All Elite.
I know. Because, like, whoever you have as your champion, I mean, that's the thing, my thing about Hangman Page. I think he's terrific. I don't see him leading a brand that is supposed to be competing on any level with WWE. And that's why I think they're going to put that on Chris Jericho, and then the next person that's going to have after Jericho is Kenny Omega. I think Kenny Omega he can be a face of the company.
Yeah.
That dude has everything. He's been everywhere.
Well, I think Adam Page could be face of the company in like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
with
totally
more experience.
100%.
And part of getting that experience is being in these situations. It's sort of like, you know, it took Chicago Bulls 2 or 3 years to get past Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
And once they got past Detroit Pistons, you know, dynasty.
Yeah, totally. So. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they need. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're clever enough to get it done. But also, I wonder if with Hangman, I mean, Kenny has such an advantage because number one, WWE really wanted him, and that's what you really want. Is somebody that WWE really wanted, and it was offering everything.
Yeah,
because he would have been immediately in a prime spot.
Yeah.
It was like AJ back in 2014.
Yeah,
that's the kind of guy who can be the head of your company, be the face of your company.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I think that's it. Sorry for the stream issues for the people watching live. Our VOD will have the entirety of the episode.
Yeah.
So apologies for that. We are going to do a bonus episode in moments.
Talking about this WWE podcast network.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.